Alrighty, guys. Apologize for the previous live stream. We were having a little sound issue, but that looks like it's all fixed. Good thing Bob showed up and let me know in the chat that my microphone and speakers wasn't working right. So now you guys should be able to hear me properly. So hopefully I'll wait, give it a few minutes and see if someone reconnects to the live chat just to make sure, but I can see the actual, I can see the volume button going up and down now, so should be working much better than it was before. So, all right, so let me do my reintroduction here. Reintroducing what's going on here today. Let me slide this over here so it's close to me. There we go. All right, so we're going to be taking a look at the 7-Year War. This is a Musket and Pike series game from John Tiller's Software. You can find out more information from johntillerssoftware.com. And we're going to be going through the tutorial mission for the 7-Year War. I'm not as familiar with this era of warfare as I am with other eras. And it seems like there's quite a few changes to the system, although a lot of the things are similar to other game systems. There are some differences. So I've read through the manual, and now it's just a matter of we're going to go through the tutorial mission. So let's get going here. So we're going to be going through the start mission, but actually what I wanted to show you is this game was just released last week, and they've now updated it with a new version. So this is actually version 1.1, or I'm sorry, 1.01, the new updated version. The other thing I wanted to show you is actually, if you look here, you can get your general help, your parameter data, your campaign notes, and your user manual. Notice there's no getting started document here, which is a little weird considering all the other games have it. I don't know if it's an oversight or what, but you can still get to the getting started document by just going to your John Tiller Software folder, going to the 7-Year War, scroll down, and eventually you'll get to the started PDF document. And this is the tutorial missions getting started document. So you can still get to it. Unfortunately, it's not actually programmed in the game like the other ones are. So a little bit of an oversight, I think, there. So we're going to be going through the tutorial mission, the getting started mission, and this is the document that goes through it. What I'm going to do is probably just move this over on the side so you guys can actually see what's going on, and I'll just kind of talk about what the document says, and we're going to learn the Musket and Pike system here for the 7 Years War. This is only the second game in this system for John Tiller Software, so it's not a really over-the-top popular series. This one just released, like I said, last week. It's been updated, which has been nice. So we're going to go through the tutorial. I'm going to kind of keep this on the other my other screen, and kind of read through the document here. So welcome to 7-Year War, the second title in the Musket and Pike series from John Tiller Software. This series is similar, and that's the most important thing I found out so far. It's similar to Napoleonic games, but there are many differences that present an entirely different feel when playing this game. We'll review some of these differences in this documentation for those familiar with the series. You will also go through a step-by-step for new gamers that are not so familiar. Naturally, before we can dig in, we'll make sure we're all on the same page. So we'll start with the basics. More advanced players will scroll down to page 7, blah, blah, blah. All right, so again, I'm just going to kind of keep this over on this side of things here. And there we go. I want to be able to see my recording. Oop, not that big. Recording software. I want to be able to see the chat in case anyone mentions it. So we're going through the tutorial. So the basics, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to actually be going through. We're going to be playing the getting started scenario. This is designer McClellan/Hamilton. It's getting started is 10 turns long. This scenario is designed to go along with the getting started document that opens when you first install the game. If you need to access the document anytime, you can do it by selecting it from the 7-Year War program in the John Taylor menu, blah, 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 blah. Right, okay. So, we are going to be playing as the Austrians manually, and the Prussians are going to be automatic with Fog of War. Let me just read through the document here. Okay, da 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 da. Notice there are rules here. These will have varying effects on gameplay, some radical and others not so much. For our purposes, though, we leave this button alone and go ahead and click the OK button to proceed. All right. We're now brought to the game map, and you can see it's now the Austrian Alliance movement turn. Turn 1 of 10. Yes, we do see that. All right. All right, so it talks about the menu bar up at the top. By default, hex area info is located. We have moved that already down to the bottom here. We click on hex. We can see it's now 3 p.m. November 3rd, 1760. It's Australian turn 1 of 10. Visibility is 18 hexes, and it is clear. Let's see what it has to say. So let's take a minute to move around the game. Start by looking at the status bar, which displays the current time, the active side, the turn numbers, visibility, as well as other weather conditions. For a beginning point here, we will see that it's day. We have a visibility of 18 hexes, and the conditions are clear. So we'll be able to see our forces and opposing forces within that range. Any opposing forces outside of that range will be masked to us. Oh, right. There are 3 view, so we can do magnified, zoomed out. You know, 3 different views. We got that. We know how to do that. Some of these visual aids can be used in the visible hex button. Try it. Yes, this is one of the all-time most important things I can tell people with John Taylor software games. Is knowing some games when you select a unit, it'll automatically just show you what's visible and what's not visible. But in this game, we actually need to go into view and nope. Right. Select the visual aids. Yeah. Must not actually be in the, let's see if it's a button here. It doesn't actually say. You can highlight organizations, no ammo. Yeah, we know all that. So here's for different things. I didn't see one for supply wagon, organization, commanded units, isolated units, moved units, fought units, no ammo, spotted units, fixed units. Visible hexes. Okay, well, that's interesting. So when you click on a unit, or any space actually, you can see what's visible and not visible from that space. We know that, and that's ultra important. I think a lot goes, you can see that there's like a nice little hill here. So we can't, from the right side, we can't actually see. Let's find out which one of those keys is the visibility. I'm not used to this command bar, so it might take me a second here. Sorry, guys. Objectives, visible hexes. There we go. All right, so that one right there. Okay, got it. Super good. Super ultra important. You can see if we zoom out to mid view here, we can see we're going to actually put on our, and this is something that I'm not sure I'd missed it. Bob Rupert, you are my hero right now. I'm telling you, I can't appreciate you enough for letting me know that we were having an issue before. So I didn't see the sound not moving because my little recording software, it'll show me the, it'll go up and down and everything when the volume goes, and when I'm quiet, it goes down. I didn't notice that because that only happens every occasionally for some reason, and so I would have done that whole live stream without your help, and I would have been really embarrassed at the end. So, Bob Rupert, you're my hero today, my friend. Thank you. So, we're going through the tutorial, and if we zoom out, you can see here we have some terrain up here that's 120 meters. Then this terrain is 115, 110, 105, 100 meters, 95, 90. So obviously there's a nice little hill that goes from the east over to the west, and then also behind us as well. So we're kind of going down into like a little ravine, and some of our units are higher than other units. So obviously visibility is going to be important because those units that are trying to look up over the edge of the hill aren't going to be able to see anything. So I think that is an ultra important button for all of the John Tiller software games. So just want to go through that. Pokey Tray Jester, this is an amazing game. Played it the whole weekend, says Pokey Tray. I am very happy to hear that, my friend. I am very happy to hear that you've been playing it all weekend. So I am looking forward. I've been reading through the manual, and after I read through the manual once, I kind of skimmed through it again on things I wasn't 100% sure about, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to play through the tutorial mission because I might learn some things that I didn't realize. So I thought, well, instead of me just playing it by myself, why don't I show everyone and we can go over it together, and that way people that are unfamiliar with the 7-Year War system will get a little bit more familiar with it. So Pokey Tray is going to be our helper, our official helper today. All right, so you can highlight organizations, you can highlight units throwing ammo, etc., just like all the other John Tiller games. So if we do organization, you can see, highlight organization. Oops, why is that? There we go. So you can see I do have on divisional colors, which makes things a little bit easier for us. So you can see all the blue guys. This is a leader. These are the pink guys. This guy's in charge of the, well, it would be his left flank. It would be our right flank. And this guy's in charge of the right flank. And then this guy's in charge of both flanks. We also have this group back here. We have a leader over here that's in charge of some more men coming down the road. We have some guns back here. But we're going to look specifically at some of these things here. All right, so let's look at look at a few of our units. If we click on Hex 1714, 1714, there we go. So we got a infantry unit. You can see it's in line formation, and you can see it's facing basically the line here shows that it's in line formation. This little icon in the back of the hex shows that it's got an X in it, which means it's a NATO symbol for infantry. And you can see which way it's pointing based upon the little the point of the hex, which is kind of important in this game, which is a little bit different than a lot of the other games where we have to worry about facing and such. All right, let's see what else they want us to look at. So morale and quality of the unit. So down here at the bottom, 500 men, strength of 100%, quality of C. Again, just like every other John Tiller game, it goes from A being the best, super best, down to F being the super worst. Number of movement points, its fatigue level, and it shows that it is restricted. Let's see if it tells us what restricted means. And that is a restricted unit. Restricted means it can't deploy skirmishers. So restricted means no deployment of skirmishers. Pokey Tray says it's best played in phases instead of turns, in my opinion, says Pokey Tray. Well, we'll get to that eventually, but I'm going to try just the tutorial system first, and then we'll go from there. But I appreciate your input, PokeTray. So restricted units are not going to be able to deploy skirmishers. We can also see the terrain box. We can see it's clear. It's 105 meters. And this army has a total of 100 artillery ammunition points available to them at this time. See the ammo? 100. So whenever we fire our units, our artillery units, that number gets reduced. If we right click on this, we can see it's an infantry. It's a musket, it has a range of 2. If we wanted to change its formation, it gives us a percentage chance that this unit will be successful in changing formations. And it shows how many victory points this unit is worth. And then inside the hex, it shows us how many men are in the hex. And then it shows us the threat level that this unit is getting from enemy units. So the more enemy units there are and the closer they are, the higher the threat level. I do remember all of that stuff. So that's good. All right, so let's all right, so let's take this Right, okay. I'm just looking through the text box to see if there's anything that okay. Just select a unit, left click on it, however, selected units. Yeah, we know how to select a unit, right? Click it and click on it down here. All right, so double click the unit in 1410. Let's see if we can find 1410. 1410. 1410, there is nothing in 1410, I'm afraid. That's 1410. Oh, I'm sorry, 1411. I didn't read it right. So 1411. You will see that this unit is shown as being light infantry. See light down here, okay. This means that the unit can detach skirmishers. Only light units in this game can do that. All of the infantry units are restricted. Click on the S button on the top bar. You will see a skirmish unit appear in the hex. And the mother unit's strength will reduce by the same amount. If you click the S again, the skirmisher unit will rejoin the mother unit. So this unit here, if we click on change skirmish, let's try selecting the unit and then hit S. No, okay, that's not what I thought. Okay, so probably an icon for that. Let's see if we can figure that one out, because that would be cool. Moved units, spotted units, fixed units, next stack, jump map, full screen, contours, visible hexes, objectives, leaders on top, toggle bases, toggle units, zoom in, zoom out, activate the AI, resolve melee, artillery, change charging, change extended line, change block, change skirmish or squadron. Okay, so the S, I guess that is an S, it's just hard to see being all little and everything. So we click the S button, you will now see we now have a skirmish unit, and our number of men have gone down based upon the number of units. We can now hit the S key again. Where's the S key? Here it is. And we can redeploy those back in. So it's good to know units that are considered light units as opposed to restricted, whose units can have skirmish units. Okay, good. Okay, now we want to click on 2315. Now let's see if we can find 2315. 2315 right there. Okay. You will see that this unit is a Grenadier infantry unit. So right there it says Grenadier unit. grenadiers. They work the same as line infantry here, but typically have a better morale and a +1 melee bonus. Melee 1. What is our regular infantry? See, yep, they don't have any melee bonus there. It just has a musket, range, and victory. This unit here actually shows melee 1, musket, range 2, victory points. They are worth more victory points if they die. Okay, so good to know. There are 3 kinds of cavalry in this scenario. Click on 1518. 1518. Let's see. 1518. 1518. These are 2 squadrons of hussars. No, it's not. That is not a squadron of hussars. That is definitely... See, it says there are 3 kinds of cavalry in this scenario. First, click on 1518. So they want me to click on hex 1518. But 1518 is blank. Anyways, if we could find them, these are 2 squadrons of hussars. They're fairly standard light cavalry. If you right-click on the unit box, you will see they're worth 10 victory points. No, no. I don't think we have any. That's artillery. Yeah, we can't. No. All right. Hussars are commonly used for scouting, screening, and escort duty. Now click on 2718. Let's see if we can click on 2718. There we go. You will see the units listed as heavy cavalry. Heavy cavalry. All right. Cavalry, sword, victory points 11. Heavy cavalry. Okay. Hussars are commonly used for heavy cavalry. They get a bonus on charge. They charge at 3 times strength instead of 2 times strength. So you don't actually see that anywhere. No, doesn't show anything, but I guess you just have to know that. So it's good that we played through this scenario because I already learned something. So heavy cavalry, better at charging. Obviously, it makes more sense. They're charging and they're big and bulky and heavy and blah, blah, blah. The heavy cavalry is what you want to use to clear opponents' cavalry from the field and to break up infantry formations after they have been disordered, of course. Finally, click on the unit in 3019. Okay, that's 3019. You will see they're listed as dragoons. Dragoons. Almost like dragons, but they're dragoons. Alright, so that's good. Dragoons. Dragoons mostly operate the same as light cavalry, but they're allowed to change formation into line formation and fire carbines at 80% effectiveness. They're good for harassing enemy supply lines and quick strikes while your mainline infantry can come into play. Yeah, because they got a range of 2. For cavalry, if we click on the regular cavalry, they have got swords, so they can't be interesting. Okay, good. Good to know. You can see already quite a big difference. All right, well, we've gone over some of the basics of the interface. At least enough to get you moving forward. So now it's time to start manipulating our units a bit to see what we can do with our army. Looking at the map, we see that we have our Australian forces arranged in line formation with the second row behind the first of grenadiers in reserve. So we have grenadiers. Yep. Okay, so the green ones here are grenadiers. They're behind our main infantry line. We have some cavalry over here on the flank. We have some light cavalry over here. I'm sorry, light infantry. And we have some more cavalry. They're not light cavalry. They're not heavy cavalry. These are just going to be normal cavalry, I guess. They're coming down the road. Okay. This is rounded out with two artillery batteries in the back right here. Okay, good. They're on the heights behind our main line. Looking at our opposing forces, we see similar makeup. Cavalry, our infantry on the line, cavalry on the flanks. Yes, we see that. We have two objectives on the map represented by the Prussian flags, and that's this one and this one. We must capture these while also eliminating as many troops as we can. Of course, we're going to keep our losses to a minimum. If we go into the info menu and select victory, let's go and check out the victory. We see that currently the Prussians have 100 objective points, and currently they have a minor victory. We need to reduce their points by capturing their objectives and inflicting losses in order to improve our standing. If we lose too many of our troops, our assault will be struggling to gain a victory. Our objective is to take the ridge line of Prussian forces, occupy, and drive them away. The Austrian forces outnumber the Prussians, so we should be able to accomplish the task and inflict higher casualties, thereby gaining a victory. Historically, the infantry forces would move in close, linear formations, maintaining unit integrity and command ranges. So let's start out by moving our first wave we looked at in hex 1714. All right, here we go. Double click the hex and then right click. So we're going to take this guy here and we're going to move him. Boom, boom. Now it's time to move the rest of the line forward. I will only go 2 hexes at this time in case the unit becomes disrupted during movements. This way we are still able to maintain line integrity and not leave one regiment way behind. Okay, so we're gonna boom boom. Oh no, lost a couple men there. And we are moving units. There we go. For the next, double click the unit, blah blah blah. For the next, double click the hex and go to the toolbar and click on the highlight organization. The rest of the line move forward in this manner. Alright, I guess we're going to be moving our leaders as well. It's important to keep our unit commanders with their brigades as well. For the time being, I would keep them 1 hex behind the front line just to keep our troops in command, but not expose them to fire. Now we'll just have the entire formation forward. We go ahead and move 1 hex. This will stop just short of musket range, but put us in a nice position to close in the following turn. Your line should run from 1415. Ooh. So they want us to move up again, huh? Oh, he's disordered. Hello? Move up. All right, we're actually going to turn off organization right this second. All right. We're going to bring up our grenadiers as well. Sure. We are moving forward. There we go. This is a supply wagon. All right, so let's not do anything with that. This movement brings us in place to apply pressure into the center of the Prussian line, but we also must keep the cavalry forces in mind. So we're going to take our hussars on the right flank and fan them out a bit to put pressure on the Prussian left flank. Repeat the process with our dragoons on the right, leaving the heavy cavalry in place for now. Okay. I don't see any dragoons on the right flank. Obviously, this is an older document. Fan them out to put some pressure. All right, so let's, doesn't even, oops. All right, so these are, what are these? We don't know. These are dragoons. We're going to fan these guys out. These are dragoons as well. These are heavies. These are heavies. It said we're going to leave the heavies in line. All right, let's see what we're going to do with these cavalry here. Actually, we're going to bring... Oh, well, did not mean to disorder that unit. Moved them into... I think they want us to bring these guys down. Put some pressure on their left flank. Here we go. Only thing... Okay. All right, using the next stack button on the toolbar, we'll see that we can only fire our 2 artillery batteries as well. To do so, select the unit and right-click our destination, but I prefer to use the artillery dialog box. Right, let's use the artillery dialog box. All right, and so this artillery can only see these 3 guys. The 12-pound battery is selected. Right, and choose the target, the center of the Prussian line to begin softening it up. All right, so we're gonna target right there. 12 men, excellent. Viper Dave, hello, hello, Mr. Viper Dave. Thanks for joining us. And we're gonna try another shot there in the middle of their line. 17 men, so ouch, that hurts. Okay. We now advance to our melee phase. There's nothing to be done at this point. You know what? I wonder, did it actually tell me to switch, as PokeTray said, to phases instead of... Let me go back. It might have actually said to do that, and because there's a lot of text. I'm just trying to highlight some of it. I wonder if maybe it said to switch over into... Because the reason I'm wondering is because now... it said, see, I mean, there's a lot of detailed information, right? But see, now it says we now advance to our melee phase. So somewhere along the lines, I think I missed where I should have switched it over to. Well, we'll just keep moving on and see how we go. No, it didn't. I found out the hard way. Look at the very bottom. Where am I looking at the very bottom? Oh, the bottom of the document? You're talking about the bottom of the document, or you're talking about the bottom of the, very bottom of the document? The, the last change is the default. Oh, a large change is the default optional rule as it sets the defaults in this game. Manual defensive fire is automatically selected. So the default mode of play in 7-Year War is phases rather than turns, which the Napoleonic series defaults to. Most systems have the ability to use either format, but during deployment, it was determined that playing in phases with discrete movement and fire and melee phases provided a closer field to the period we're trying to model. If you do not wish to play in phases, you simply need to deselect the manual defensive fire optional rule when you begin a scenario. Okay, so I think we are playing in phases then, is that correct? It defaults? No, we are not. But it says, and so the default mode of play for 7-Year War is in phases rather than turns. Oh, PokeTrace says the first release they messed it up, and that's why the patch came out. So is there a way to switch that now? You know, we just started. We're gonna just, you know what? We only moved units up. Let's forget it. Let's just, no, we're not gonna save it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go to rules. So we want to check the manual defensive fire. Right? Is that what it was? Yeah, okay. All right. And so, okay. So movement phase, yeah, because now it says movement. Okay. All right, so we're going to do the same thing we just did, but now it'll be a lot faster because we know what we're doing. We've already looked at the units. Oh, so there's no defensive fire when you move. There's going to be a phase. I get it. Okay. So there'll be a phase now where the actual defensive fire comes in. Right? Is that what's going on here? PokeTrace says yes. See, I'm so smart at this. We are going to bring over some units like that. Now, this guy, we're not going to move into the forest. because he gets disrupted moving into the forest. Uh, oh shoot, I gotta bring up the document again. I closed the document. Sorry guys, hang on just a second here. Why didn't you email them about the fact that they didn't have the getting started document automatically in the menu system? That's what I would have emailed them about. But so PokeTrace says much more fun in the phases. All right. So all right. So we move that up. We move this up. Right. We got to use our artillery again. Right. Yeah, we're gonna. How come our artillery can't shoot anyone now? Yeah, it's selected. Oh, I know why, because I didn't choose the artillery dialog box. Oh, okay, so we got to wait on that phase. Oh, see now I get you. Okay, well that's being an ASL guy. I'm used to having phases, right? So where are we going to move this guy? It doesn't really say where to move this guy. Bring this guy around. Bring this guy up. I forgot to mention that the reason they told me they patched it was because phases wasn't set to default like it should have been. Yes, so that was one thing. Clinton Parks. Hello, Mr. Clinton Parks. You guys should check out Mr. Clinton Parks' channel. If you are unfamiliar with Mr. Clinton Parks, he does an awesome job in his channel. He does a lot of retro sports replays, baseball specifically, and does a super good job with that. This is just the tutorial mission. So if we go to there, I think we got, oh, I got to hit the settings key. Is that what I got to do? Yeah, so there we go. Now we got the, we actually have, this is Spootsit. This is just a tutorial mission. This is not enough. I don't think this is based upon like a real action. This is just kind of a thing, right? All right, let's bring down our cavalry here. We're kind of following the tutorial, but we're doing our own thing as well. So we're not following it step by step by step. Let's just say that. All right. All right. So how do I end my phase now? Like when I'm done moving. Yeah, they didn't patch it for me. PokeTrade, just so you know, they sent me a link to a brand new download. So I had to re-download the game and then uninstall and reinstall it. So, fourth button from the left. 1 is move or fire. 2, new battle. 3, old battle. 4, save battle. 5, phase. So this is actually the 5th button from the left. Not that I'm getting picky, but next phase. What is the European part of the war? Are you going to be in the American part? This is a 7-year war, so it's going to be Austria and Prussia, France, German city, a little bit of Great Britain, I think, is in there as well. Yeah, Pokey Tray says, I'm sorry. It was the fifth button. All right, so yeah, we're going to move on. Sure, we'll call it Battle 1. That's fine, sure. Defensive fire phase. Oh boy, here we go. Hold on to your hats, boys and girls. Don't forget the 1759 Battle of Quebec, says Clinton Parks. Oh, 6 men. All right, offensive fire phase. Well, I think we only are going to be doing dialogue because we only have a range of 2, 1, 2, with our muskets. All right, boom. Oh, 3 men. That's horrible. Come on, boys. 12 men. That's a little better. Do we disrupt them or anything? No. Okay. You guys can't shoot. You got swords. You guys are all. You can actually shoot a range 2. No. All right. So I think we should have moved up a little bit closer. But that's why we're doing the tutorial so we can learn and understand the game system a little better. I think we're done with this phase. I don't think anybody else can shoot. All right, these guys only have a range of 2. Yep, musket range 2. And so end the phase. Melee phase. There is none. Go on. All right, so now we're on the Prussian movement phase. What? He's running. He's running away. I might like the phases actually. I noticed. Oh, defensive fire phase. Okay. Well, we'll use some more artillery right there in the middle of their lines. Okay. These guys ran backwards. Scaredy cats. Look at them running. So this guy went down in the gully. No one can see him because there's a hill in our way, so we don't know where he is. But I think we're done with defensive fire. Offensive fire. I don't think he can only shoot his artillery as well. Oh, 14 men. And melee, there is no melee. Okay, so movement. See, phases are fun, says Pokey Tray. On turn 2, I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to bring my Dragoon screen in tight on the Russian right flank, dismount and harass the Hussars there with some ranged fire. I'm going to order 3 squadrons of heavy cavalry to charge and expose flank. Wow, that sounds like a good idea. So I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving up. Well, we're going to find out how well this goes. Here we go. It's weird being able to move and not having the enemy blast me in the face every 5 seconds. So, I think I want to bring some guys in on the flank of this guy here. So can we want to turn, what is that, counter clockwise. There we go. And then these guys, we're just going to move, we're going to move them right there. That's where that guy moved. Here, and you know what? Since these guys can deploy skirmishers, let's do it. I don't. Skirmishers. I don't know what skirmishers are good for, but we're going to find out. All right, now let's move up our leaders. Pokey is probably laughing his ass off at my maneuvering here. He's probably going, "What the hell are you doing?" Let's bring our supply source up a little bit closer. Sure. Cavalry, heavy cavalry here. Actually, he says not at all. It actually looks good. I am surprised. Okay. I'm going to try and sweep this guy around the flank, and then I'm going to turn him. I need to turn him clockwise. There we go. And then you guys are heavy cavalry as well. I'm going to bring these guys down. And we're gonna try and smash into this. Not this turn. Hopefully next turn. All right. I think we're done. Movement-wise. You know what? Yeah. No, I'm gonna wait until some of these guys disrupt or something before I bring in my cavalry. Okay. So done. Next phase, defensive fire. Here we go. Shooting at us. Oh, 11 men. 59 men. Holy cow. 55 men. Whew. Wow. 43 men. This is brutal and bloody. 55 men. 24 men. I wonder if you have to announce your melees before. 0 units out of 3. Okay, so we have 3 disrupted units. That's not good. Alright, so this guy here. Let's see. We're gonna shoot. 14 men. 5 men. Not happy with that. 21 men. 16. Alright, you skirmishers, what can you do? Musket, yeah, so let's shoot there. Let's get our artillery dialogue box back up. Let's hit this, no, actually. Line of sight is blocked at 1618. Oh, I wonder because I have units in the way now. What about this guy? Can you hit him? Okay, well, hit him, I guess. Not much damage, unfortunately. Alright, now you guys are dragoons. You can actually fire. We're going to harass them. No effect. Well, that's great. I want you guys Range of 2. Should be able to shoot them. Oh, it's not within our facing. Right. No effect. Okay. You guys cannot fire. You cannot. All right. I'm looking through the book to see if it gives us any idea. Indirect fire, supply source, victory points. The Dragoons do more damage when they are unmounted, says Pokey Tray. Okay. Oh, we forgot to move that guy up. That's a problem. All right. So I think we're done with our firing phase. Melee. So we're going to bring in... Oh, no attacking units. So we're going to bring in our mounted cavalry coming in from the side there. What? What do you mean no units? Select our units. Charge. No attacking units have been selected. What does that mean? Oh, do you have to like assign that ahead of time before? No attacking units have been selected. You have to left click and drag. Oh, okay. I see. So if I click that and then drag these guys onto there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Melee. Do I assign all my melees or... These guys are coming in from the side. No, one at a time. Okay. All right. So let's resolve that melee. 40 attacker, 21 defender. What? Oh, and our leader did not go with them. Can you do... Oh, and we're disordered. Wow, that was not very helpful. Wow, none of his guys have been disrupted, or... That's not good. Low ammo. One guy's low ammo already. Thought some of our units were disrupted, but I don't see. It's not this guy, right? It's not this guy. Interesting. These guys are disordered, but we started the turn with 3 disordered guys. Can't be these guys, can it? No. All right. I guess let's try a melee. What's in this hex? So it looks like a unit and a leader, unit, and artillery. We have a unit here, unit here, unit here, unit here. I wonder, let's bring in a couple double whammies here and see if we can... Ow, we took a lot of damage. And we became disordered. You're low ammo, so I'm not gonna risk you, but I do want to risk you because I want to get to that artillery to resolve. Ah. And now we have a whole bunch of units that are disrupted. I think you automatically become disrupted when you do a melee. And we can't actually move these guys now. Urgh, stupid phases. Stupid phases. I wanted to move these guys up there. If I'd have been able to do that if we were playing in phases. All right, done with that phase. All right, their movements. Let's see what they do. They're retreating in the left flank. Their supply wagon. Ah, defensive fire. Well, yes, please. First things first, let's use the artillery. And we're going to bomb their men. And bomb their men again. Alright, so that worked out pretty decent. You shoot. Men. We're gonna pick on this hex right there. 46 men. 20 men. You guys are disordered. Low ammo, disordered. You guys are sword guys, but these guys are about ready to come in because they're coming in. They're gonna start crushing people. We're gonna do a charge. Dragoons. Oh, you're not within our facing anymore, and you're not within our facing anymore either. I can't actually shoot you guys, which is probably good because I probably don't want to risk. Okay. So we did do our artillery, right? Yeah, okay. So I think these guys ran over here. Can't fire with these guys. These guys all fired. You guys can't. Range of 2. 1, 2. Yeah, we got to get these guys up to the line here. The grenaders. Alright, so I think we're done with that phase. Offensive fire. Men. Jeez. Well, I've gone way off script here. We were going to follow the little start guide, but that went out the window after the first turn, didn't it? Wow. Alright, melee phase. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he took a lot of losses there. We fell back. Okay, so 7 units out of our 8 units checked. So 7 or 8 recovered. That's great. 4 units were routed. Yikes. And 0 units resupplied on a 1 unit checked. Okay, so those guys got routed. That's not good. Holy crap. These guys are disordered, though. Alright, so how do I do it? Shenanigans must have been happening there. Says Quentin Parks. That's it. There was some serious shenanigans going on there. Let's just hope they get... Alright, so we're doing our movement phase. So we're going to move these 3 guys. These guys are going to come... These guys are all disordered here. We can crash into them hard, but then we'll be right in front of this artillery, so I'm going to have to, oops. Why do we leave the leader behind? Let's move the leader back in there. Select everyone. Thank you. Rotate. What are we doing? We're doing, let's see, that would be what, clockwise? There we go. And then these guys are going to hold our flank down for us here. And then they're going to rotate counterclockwise. So they're going to kind of protect our flank as we come in here. These guys here, we're going to come in on this guy from behind. And then these guys here, command, we are going to turn clockwise. Yes, okay, we're gonna lock these guys down so these guys can't come around and hit us from behind. And then this guy, our hero, or leader, sorry, is gonna start to come down. Put him right in there. There we go. All right. How was this guy disordered? He didn't do anything. Our whole middle has gone to crap in a handbasket because these guys all ran away. They should be shot. Although they are all disordered, so we can hopefully gonna bring that guy up, and then we're gonna rotate him. We're gonna go counterclockwise, and then he's gonna shoot this guy in the flank. This guy's disordered, so we're gonna leave him there. This guy is disordered, but we are going to rotate him clockwise. Their whole left side is like perfectly fine, so we are going to come in on these guys from behind, turn counterclockwise. These skirmishers are going to move over. We're going to turn again. Which way is that? That is counterclockwise. And then counterclockwise again. Going to hit these guys from behind. And then this guy's coming in. This guy's disordered, so what we're going to do is going to bring him up, rotate him clockwise, and he's just going to guard the top of this ridge here, or let us know when someone's coming at least. And we're going to bring this leader back over here, and this leader is coming in. Can't, damn it. Must have moved out of movement points. All right. That is some awesome movement there if I've ever seen it, Pokey Trey. What do you think of that? This is turned into it's like, you know, when you watch these old Musket and Pike Napoleonic movies, they all start charging in at one another. They're in perfect line formation, and then as soon as somebody shoots, like the whole thing just turns into like a big mess, right? So hopefully, I don't know if I want to keep these leaders out in the open or if they're better to attach them with, or should I have these leaders run back over and try to get their units routed or recovered? What do you think, Pokey Trey? Do I move the leaders back there to get these guys? Do they automatically recover from routed? What happens? He's got a command of D, leadership D, movement of 32. This guy commands C, leadership C. Yes, he would move them back there. All right, so let's go to view, highlight, organization. So if I click this guy, all right, so you try to rescue that guy. You go rescue those guys. You go back and try to get that guy. I'm going to move our leader. Oh, I got actually 2 leaders here. I'm going to move one of them in there with the disordered unit. This unit here is like ultra important. What are we going to do with him now? Do we want to fill the gap? I think we will. We'll fill the gap with these guys. Now remember, these green guys are grenadiers, so they get +1 to melee, so they're going to hopefully melee. Pokey says, I'm not sure if they will come back on their own or not. Alright, so I think that is movement, my friends. Let's end the phase. Defensive fire. Damn. It's a lot of guys. Stupid artillery, you're gonna die. One unit disordered out of 2 units checked. Alright, offensive fire. Here we go. Let's do our artillery first if we can. You can only see this guy, which is... Oh, or this guy. We're going to hammer this left side. Alright. Do the leaders help with morale checks? Yes, I believe they do. Alright, so we are shooting. So you guys shoot these guys. Oh, he's got 3 units in there too. No effect! Come on, I'm shooting him in the ass! One stinking man. These guys don't shoot right. You shoot though, right? Oh, but you're disordered. Damn. But shoot anyways. Alright. You shoot. Oh, 2 disrupted, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. 19 men. Shoot. Cannot fire while behind inline infantry units. What? Cannot fire while behind. Dragoons. Poketrace says I got more kills with Dragoons when I was dismounting them during the movement phase. They are more accurate off their horses. Yeah. Yeah. I see that now. I can't shoot this guy because it says cannot fire when behind inline infantry units. I don't get it. I don't get it. Who's not capable of fire? All right. What about you guys? No, you're cavalry. What's unit facing? Oh, God. Urgh. Somehow, some way, that unit didn't turn. Damn. That's not good. All right, so I think that's all for fire. Actually, this guy can fire. It's disordered, but might as well shoot. Yeah, all right. All right, so we're done with that. Now, melee. Now, this is where I think we're going to be doing good. Because these guys right here, going in on those. Yeah, baby. Come on. Let's see some killing here. 5 attacker, 12 defender. And now we're, what, in that hex? Did we take over that unit? I don't know. Okay. So you guys go in on that guy. All right, 36 to the attacker, 87 to the defender. I captured their unit. Excellent. Hello there, Nomo Gizmo 111200. What's going on, my friend? We captured their enemy unit. Excellent. No more shooting us with their stupid artillery, that's for sure. Now you guys, I'm going to have you go in on those two. Oh, come on, 85 to 45. These guys were disrupted, and we got a +1? I don't think we were disrupted before that. Damn. All right, you guys go in on these guys. Oh, come on. 75 to the attacker, 11 for the defender? Are you kidding me? I think there's a lot of shenanigans going on right now. I mean, a lot of shenanigans. Clinton Parks is in the chat, so I'm sure there is. 71 to 3? Are you fucking kidding me? This guy isn't even facing the right goddamn direction. Huh. Says, Nomo Gizmo says, doing good on Sunday night, playing 7-year war game. Excellent. Wow, maybe you can bring me some good luck, because we are having some terribleness here. Let's look at our victory conditions here. The Australians have lost 1,225 guys and 191 cavalry. The Prussians have only lost 603 guys and 25 cavalry. So the Prussians start with 100, so they've out-dueled us pretty badly. They're getting 51 extra points. They did lose some artillery, though. Huh. Blast Pop, my friend, what's going on? How are you doing tonight? Thanks so much for stopping out. Do appreciate it. We are not... I thought for sure this is going to be the round we were going to take it because we had all these flanking, hitting them from behind, and for some reason we took a lot of damage and they did not. Nomo Gizmo says it's okay. AI tends not to fight linear enough. Alright, well, shite. We can still melee with this guy, but we're going up against a guy that's not shite. I wanted this guy disrupted so I could go in there with my unit. Alright, I think we're done with our melees. That was not successful as I thought it was going to be. So their movement phase, they're bringing their units back over. Some of these guys are running still. These guys are moving up. These guys rotated their facing. Alright, defensive fire phase. Now we're talking. Let's get some... Let's do some damage to these yahoos. Can't see him because of the hill. Okay. You're facing the wrong direction. You can see, though. You guys can't fire. You guys can't fire. You are facing the wrong way. And can you guys fire? Okay. Leaders can't fire. We still have our leaders trying to get these guys back. Yes, let's get our artillery. Let's see. Let's pound this space here. Oh, and we actually have this artillery now, which means we can shoot that. Cool. Check the chat here. So, C. White says tour games are fantastic. Can we get these on stream yet? Steam yet? Nope. Can't get them on Steam yet. I was in the negative point in this scenario I was playing, and I pulled my men back, and that the infantry softened them up, and then had my infantry fire at them from 2 hexes away, and I eventually got to plus 200 points. So PokeTray outdueling the enemy. Thanks for posting the Bandicam usage video, says Blast Pop. It was very helpful. No problem, my friend. Hopefully you learned some good stuff there. Hopefully we'll be able to get you some computer action on your channel if you decide that's what you want to do. I think that's all of our defensive fire. Did this guy have defensive fire yet? Yeah, he's already fired. Damn. Alright, done with the phase. Offensive fire. This is going to hurt. Stupid jerks. Oh, he's actually got a couple units that routed. I did not see that. You see that down here? Just before the flag, or just underneath the flag? He's got a couple units that routed as well. Melee, let's see what he's going to do. All right, so 7 units disordered out of 14 units checked. 2 units rallied out of 4 units checked, and 1 unit resupplied out of 2 units checked. So these guys rallied over here. They're still disordered. So let's turn clockwise. We're going to turn these guys around. And they're done. Okay. He's got some units there. So do I have to unmount these guys before I move? Is that what happens? Chains. Oh, change to charging. There's actually like a charging. Okay. These guys are both disrupted. Huh? So we're doing movement, right? So I'm gonna. So Poketray, I agree. It's refreshing to see someone stream the John Tiller games. IG Jester caused me to go get hooked up on them from his "What You Get with John Tiller Games" video. During movement, okay. Use your cavalry to chase down the routed units, says Nomo Gizmo. Really? All right. Oh, we got another one in there. We're going to bring this guy in there as well. I'm going to rotate. Which way is it? It's going to be counterclockwise. There we go. Which way are you facing? Yeah, you got to rotate counterclockwise, I think. Damn. Counterclockwise. Oops. Command counterclockwise. There we go. So I still got a couple guys there as well. The question is, what do I want to do with them? Do I want to bring them down after those guys? All right, I'm going to move these guys up, and then I'm going to dismount them somehow. Change. No. All right. Change column. Change block. Charge extended line. Change to charging. 9th button from the left. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's this one? All right, dismount it. There we go. These guys are dragoons as well. Rotate clockwise, clockwise. There we go. And then I want you guys to, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one right here. There we go. No, I spent too many movement points. Okay. That's fine. You guys, we're going to turn you clockwise and then charge at these guys over here. Captured and disordered units with the leader. You're not moving. You are moving. We're going to come up behind you. And this guy, still disordered. Good lord. Let's bring in this leader here. Actually going to bring this leader in with this group over here. There we go. I just want to rotate you guys. Let's see. Clockwise. Clockwise. So they're now facing there. Okay, you guys. We're not moving you. We're not moving you. Bring you guys in. Bring you guys in. Now you turn. You need to go counterclockwise. And counterclockwise again. And I should be able to put this guy back in. No? Why can't I put this unit back in? Alright, let's bring the leaders up in there. That's fine. Actually, let's find out organization. Right, okay, so you come down and help that guy. Let's see here. Let me check out the check here. Set the Dragoon and use the Napoleonic looking button to dismount them. I have an early Talonsoft game. Pity I can't get them to work no more, especially East Front 2. Says Steve. Thank you for coming by, Steve. Appreciate it. Charge button is a sword hilt icon button, 13th button from the left. So you have to, in the movement phase, tell them they're charging. Is that what you're... So if these guys moved, units can only charge before moving that turn. Okay, so before they move, you got to say they're charging. I got it. Okay, all right, that's fine. Now that we know that, that's why we're playing the tutorial, right? Defensive fire is going to kind of suck, but this guy actually rallied. Look at him go. He's holding, we got a lot of guys coming in behind these guys, so he's basically holding down the flank there. All right, I think we're done with movement. Go on, go on. Defensive fires, sure. 37 man, unbelievable. 9 man, there you go. All right, so they only got a couple defensive fire shots off. That's good. All right, let's use our dragoons here. Low ammo, can't fire. All right, you guys can though. Oh, come on now, seriously, 5 guys. We shot them from behind, and we got 5 guys. Come on, you're killing me here. Let's use our captured guns. How do you like them apples? Cannot fire while behind in-line infantry units. I I don't understand what's going on with that guy, but okay, whatever. Unit's not capable, you're not capable, you're not capable. Let's just keep getting these guys here. You're not capable of firing. You guys, where are you? There you are. Let's... Sure, let's just keep pounding these guys. So that's all the artillery. These guys are still routed. We've shot. Alright, I think we're done. Melee. Alright, this guy here. And the leader. From behind. This guy just ordered. No, I'm not going to add him in. Come on now. These guys are attacking from behind. They got a +1 bonus because they're grenadiers. Give me a good result, please. We lost more men than they did. They're not even facing the right direction. How does that happen? Alright, you guys. Oops. You guys all go in there. You guys go in there and help them. Yeah, we still lost more, and even though they were disrupted, we were not freaking disrupted before we went in there. They were already disrupted, and we still... This guy's disrupted. Did you see that the Western Design Studio Panzer Battle North Africa 1943 posted 3 days ago? Would they have new information about it, or... So that guy's disordered. Let's try and see if we can do something with them. I should have added this guy into the fight. Detached. That's not a detached unit. Why is he detached? Well, I think that's about as good as we're going to get with... Oh, wait a minute. No, we're not. We got these guys here. Right. You guys go in there and get these routed guys. Start killing somebody for a change. Oh, yeah. Routed guys. We're fine. We'll take 10 losses. They'll take 2. Ah, come on. There's obviously something we are missing. We're taking way too many losses. I mean, we took way... double the enemy losses, and they were all routed units. What the heck? Our guys were perfectly fine before we did that, so I don't know what's going on. Behind infantry units, fire error is really easy to fix. Just move up the second unit in line forward up. Just move the second unit in line forward up. All right, I think we're done with the command phase. On to their movement phase here. They're still running. These guys turned around over here. They're still running. All right, defensive fire. These guys are disordered now. You're not capable of firing. You're not capable of firing. None of you guys are. Dragoons, you are. He's got more units that are routed, though. He got like his whole center like us, so he's got like an open flag here now. If we can get on that flag, we can get some victory points. All right. Yeah, this guy was routed. He couldn't go anywhere because we got him surrounded. This guy is also routed. Wow, they just had their whole army just rout because of our awesomeness. Awesome gameplay. We've outplayed them, though we are still. Ugh. We're taking too many losses. I have to figure out why, but what are we doing? We're doing defensive fire, right? Can you shoot anybody? 1, 2, 1, 2. He's not facing right. He's too far away. All right. You shoot those guys. Nope, nope, nope. Everyone ran away. I can't really shoot at anybody. Let's shoot at this artillery. Oh, we got a gun. That's what I wanted to see. You guys can't shoot. You guys can't shoot. Yeah, I think these guys can't shoot. All right, so I think defensive fire is done. Offensive fire. Is Wargame Design Studio a separate entity from John Tiller's software? Cavalry and Woods is not a good mix. Right, is he going to try any melees? No. So 11 units undisordered out of 19. 1 unit rallied out of 2. 2 units recovered fatigue out of 4, and 1 unit resupplied or 0 out of 1. So we only have 1 routed unit, so everybody else is coming back slowly but surely. That's good. Let's go ahead and rotate this guy. What are we going to do? Clockwise. Couple turns. 1 more. Right. Okay, you guys start coming back. We're going to actually move our supply up a little bit. These guys are still disordered. Okay, beautiful. So these guys can actually take over this point here. Actually, we'll just have the disordered unit move up there. We'll have this guy. He's going to go after some of these Turn, let's see, counterclockwise. I'm going to mess it up. Go after that routed unit. He's got 3 guns and a routed guy in there. Come on now. We got to be able to get that next location there, can't we? Please? This guy's still on low ammo. I'm going to send him that way a little bit. You guys are facing the wrong direction. But you know what? I am going to actually bring you this way. That's fine. So you guys, we're going to bring you up over that way. You guys rotate. We're going to go, what, counterclockwise? There we go. We're going to come on over on this guy. This guy's going to have a bad day here. We need to rotate counterclockwise again. All right, you guys, you're going to move up. Yeah, cavalry in the forest, as our good friend Nomo Gizmo says, cavalry and woods is not a very good mix. So I don't know if I want to go into the woods with these guys. All right, I think movement is done. Surround routed units and destroy them. Yeah, easier said than done in this scenario. I don't have a lot of units that are not. I mean, I got these guys pretty much surrounded, right? These guys have run too far away. I can't even get to them. Right now it's a actual draw, and if we take this other victory point, which I'm hoping to be able to do, we're actually going to rotate this guy. What are we going to do? Counterclockwise, thank you. We're going to rotate you guys. Command counterclockwise as well. Actually, we're going to bring you in. Yeah, he might be a good unit to chase down some guys. How far do you think he can go? So we got 9 movement points left, so this is probably... And command, rotate, counterclockwise. Yeah, might have been a waste. All right, you're disordered too. We should probably move you. Oh, he's done with his movement. Right. Okay. This guy's just holding down the fort over there, just fine. Still would like to put these guys back in, but for some reason won't let me. There's the light unit. Well, Alright, movement done. Defensive fire. You can't have too many left. He had one defensive fire from his stupid artillery because my stupid guys can't freaking... What are we doing? We're doing our attacks now. Artillery. You. Blow up those... stupid guns. This... Why can't they shoot down here? Oh, which way are they facing, actually? I don't even see a facing on these guys. Damn. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. Alright, so what are we doing? We're doing, like, offensive fire phase. 4 men. Nah, can't shoot because of those guys in the way. Alright, you guys shoot. Oh, you're not capable of firing, right. None of you guys are. You are. You are. Okay, you guys are all not. What about you? Take out those stupid guns. Oh, we got a gun. You're too far away. You're too far away. So that is defensive or offensive fire. Now melee. For the love of God, get these artillery units out of there. We're bringing everyone into that fight. We still lost double what they lost. Even though he's freaking surrounded, routed, doubled, and he's got stinking 2 guns left, we still lost twice as many guys. Unbelievable. Alright, whatever. I'm going to double whammy this. Oop, come on, get in there. Hey, look at that. We finally won a fight. Just barely, though. This guy will not leave that stupid position. We've done just about everything we can. Now we're going to have to bring in some more infantry. These cavalry are not doing the job. Even though they're routed, they're still not doing the job. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we're done with that. So turn 6 of 10. He's bringing his cavalry back up. These guys ran. These guys are running as well. Steve says, bless you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Alright, defensive fire. Well, we can't shoot at that guy anymore. He's too far. These guys can't fire. You can fire, though. Okay. You shoot. Oh, that was our own guy. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Kill these last 2 guns. That's it for defensive fire. shit. 4 units out of 14 repaired, 1 unit rallied, 1 unit recovered fatigue, nobody routed, resupplied, right. Alright. Let's move this supply wagon where Mr. Jerkface can shoot it. Got our infantry units finally coming back. Command. Let's go clockwise. Okay, so these guys are probably coming back. Alright, we need to rotate these guys. Turn clockwise. Clockwise. Here we go. Come in behind these guys there. Same thing there. Melee, let's see, turn, which way we want to turn? I want to go clockwise. Right. As far as he can go. Oh, right, the cavalry charge. Right. So we don't want the low ammo guy. Where? Problem is, all of our heavy guys are like headed out in the. We're gonna not. Let's go. I'm assuming you can change your facing and stuff when you're charging. Let's see, change to charge. So we're gonna. What are we gonna do? Clockwise. Cannot charge facing. Ah, I see. Alright, we're gonna move some of these heavy cavalry out of there. Turn clockwise. There we go. Gonna bring these heavy cavalry out of there. He's charging. We'll just charge this unit. That's fine. You're still low ammo. My goodness gracious. You're still disordered. You're still disordered, but we got our leaders all coming back now, so that should help. He's disordered. He's disordered. He's disordered. It is a disordered mess. So just ordered new Anthony Beaver book on Arnhem. Thank you for my book review on the other day. Steve, thank you, my friend. Let me know when you get it and, when you start reading it, what you think of it. It'll obviously be a while before I get to that one probably, but I'm actually Where is my Arnhem book here? Did I not? I don't. Oh, you know what? I didn't get that one. That's right. I did not order that one. Huh. Well, damn. I got the D-Day, Ardennes, and the Fall of Berlin. Oh my gosh. Have you guys moved? Yes. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to rotate those guys. Command. We're going to rotate clockwise. Why are you not rotating clockwise? Turn. No, clockwise. Got 26 movement points left. What are you waiting for? I don't want that guy. I want everyone else. Turn clockwise, please. No, still won't do it. All right. I'll tell you what, this is some work. Whew. I think we're done moving everyone. That's fine. Let's just move on here. You cannot change facing when charging, Nemo Gizmo says. Oh my gosh. You better not, with your stupid one gun that you got left. All right, offensive firing. Those guys. Let's see here. You fire. Excuse me. Fire there. Okay, good. You guys can't fire, but this guy can. I think that's it. Melee. Do I even bother with melee? Because it seems like we we just get rolled over with melee. But damn it, I want this spot. There's 455 guys and 111 guys there. That's 566 guys against 300 guys and 2 guns. Throw in some 77 cavalry units there, and no, we better not throw that guy in. We should be able to take that point. And we have a leader as well. We're going to keep trying it until one of these times we break through. Come on, boys. Yes! We've captured the point. And, yes, we captured their 2 guns. Oh, thank God. He's disordered. We're disordered. We're disordered. We're disordered. Well, since we're charging, I guess we should charge this guy. Come on now. We're charging. Run him over. 49 to us to 3 to them. Come on, that's terrible. All right, I think we got a pretty good idea. Do you like this game so far? Says Pokey Trey. I'll tell you what. I think it's a very good game. I'm not sure if this type of game is for me. I guess I'm more, I'm a World War II buff. I like World War II, and I like the combat in World War II. It's not as crazy and um, chaotic as this is. This seems like it's a lot more work because I mean you got to turn your facing and your units keep routing and rallying and moving and disrupting, and every time you move them, you got to try to line them up. It can be I'm assuming it can be very rewarding for those people who enjoy combat like that. I'm just not sure that it's for me, I guess. I was looking for other books on your video, my book depository, and stumbled on this new book. So many books to read, says Steve. Being a new game, patches can be expected, of course. Yeah, maybe it's just the nature of the tutorial here, but it's very, we started, it was two line formations moving towards one another, and then after like one shot, half our army disappeared, and then 2 turns later, like the enemy's armies disappeared, and they're all routed and running away, disordered. Looks like he's rallied some of his units, or the routed ones might be down here. I don't know. I don't know. I think it would take some getting used to, I guess, is the best way I can put it. I actually played the Civil War Antietam, and I was doing the same thing basically with the tutorial scenario. And that turned into kind of chaos like this, but wasn't quite as chaotic as what this is. There was some units that got routed and ran away and then came back, but this one has a lot more chaos to it seems like, to me anyways. I would definitely try another scenario or two. And like I said, there's a couple board games that I had played back not too long ago. And it kind of reminds me of those board games. There was a board game called, I think it was called Men of Iron. Let's see. Let's do a search. Men of Iron board game. Yeah. That's I played several scenarios because my buddy really liked the system and blah blah blah. So we had hooked up and played several of these. Not too long. It's been a couple years ago and stuff. And this kind of reminds me a lot of that, where you start off and everything's neat and organized, but afterwards you got to like move your units and figure out which. Look at that. I mean, just which way you're facing and everything. So there was Men of Iron, and there was another game to this series. I don't remember what it was called. I'm trying to think. But it kind of used the same system. I think Napoleonic or Civil War, because they're later, aren't quite as chaotic. I could be wrong, but I think they're not quite as chaotic as this. But yeah, I mean, it's maybe if I understood a little bit more, what kind of frustrating me is we got these units that are attacking enemies in the rear. They're facing the opposite direction. They're disordered, and we're taking double the amount of damage they take. So how is that even possible? You know what I mean? Um, it says it's still a draw, even though we have both of the victory point locations. But so that's that's a little bit frustrating and trying to figure that out. It took us like 3 or 4 assaults on this one position just to get it, and again, the unit in there was disrouted, or disordered, routed. It had a couple guns in there. It was completely surrounded just about by our armies, and we were taking double the amount of damage they were taking. So obviously I need to look into this further and try to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I mean, maybe not that I'm doing wrong, but I just need to figure out how things operate better, I guess is a better way to put it. Maybe I'm not used to the fact that it's turn or phase based, which is obviously different than um, what I'm used to as well. So that's kind of a change as well. I'm not sure I like the phases. I do, but I don't. I just don't know how to feel about it. And then this guy comes up, even though he's disordered, and so we're going to have to shoot him in the face. 1, 2. Hmm. Those guys can't shoot. This guy can shoot. "56 men. Wow, nice shooting there. You guys can't shoot. You guys can't shoot. Uh, all right, I think that's all the defensive fire, but I think what I'm going to do, armies are very fragile in the 18th century, says Nomo Gizmo. Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the system. I'm not saying that at all. I am just not as familiar. That's why we're doing the tutorial. Number one. Number two is that just I'm not used to it, so I got to wrap my head around it a little bit. I got to wrap my head around the fact that we're doing phases as opposed to what I'm used to. I would probably try another scenario just to see how it plays out. Like I said, at this point, it's just a little. Um, I guess for me, I'm more of a tactics, squad-based tactics guy, and when I can't find out why my tactics aren't working, it kind of throws me for a loop. So, um, I mean, the system works fine, I'm sure. Pokey Trey loves it. He said he thinks it's great. He's been playing it all weekend. The armies are very fragile. They're different than World War II, I'm sure. It's just a different mindset. So I think I'll just probably bring the live stream to a close here. I'm not going to finish this. It's going to take too long, but I do appreciate everyone stopping out tonight and giving me your thoughts and comments. Steve, Nomo Gizmo, and of course Pokey Trey. Guys, thanks for showing up, spending a little bit of your evening with us. Let's see, who else stopped out? There was a few others. Clinton Parks, of course. Blast Pop was here for a while. I'm not sure if he's still in there. Hey, Blast Pop, if you're still there, how you doing, man? C. White, if you're still on, thank you for coming by. Appreciate it, guys. I do. And yeah, like I said, nothing against the system, nothing against the game, nothing at all about 7 Years Wars. It's just different than what I'm used to. Let's just put it that way. It's just a little bit different. It's going to take some time to get used to, and it can be frustrating. I know. That's why I did my John Taylor tutorials. It can be frustrating when you're playing a game and you're not understanding what you're doing and you're not getting the results that you expect. For me, I expect when I got a unit and I'm shooting another unit that's routed in the ass, it's running away from me and I'm shooting it from behind, I'm expecting to see lots of damage to that unit. If I assault it, I expect to dominate like I did with my Panzer campaigns and Panzer battles. When you got the enemy just disrupted and you come in on them, you can expect them to retreat and take heavy losses. And when I'm a good unit and I've got more units, more men in my unit than them, they are routed and running away and I'm hitting them from behind, I'm expecting to see the same kind of results. Now, I'm not getting those results, so there's obviously some things that I am not familiar with in this system, which can make it frustrating for a player who expects certain results and they're not getting certain results. So I just have to figure out what I'm doing. Not that I'm doing wrong, but I just have to, maybe you need to have, instead of 2-to-1 odds, maybe in this kind of warfare, you need to have 4-to-1 odds before you should be meleeing. Nomo Gizmo says he plays with no phase turns. Yeah, phase turns can be turned off in the settings. I do know that. We actually started the game with no phases, and then I switched it over to the phases. So, yeah, it's just I expect certain results. I'm not getting them. I'm not sure if it's just the tactics of the 1700s, or if it's the way I'm doing things, or if it's just the way it is, and I'm used to a certain result and I'm not getting it, and it makes me not as enthused about the system. Nothing wrong with it. Again, I'm not putting the system down. Look, don't get me wrong. I think it's probably a great system. I just don't understand it enough to play it. Now, like I said, I did the Civil War Antietam quick start. Actually, I'm going to load that up real quick for you guys. If I can find my shortcut icon. Where's Antietam? Must be this one, right? Oh. And so I didn't do this one on the live stream selection, so just load it up real quick here. So we play as the South, the Confederacy in this scenario, and you do the same thing. You got to take over this point over here, and kind of the same kind of units with rifle squads shooting a couple spaces and a couple artillery guns here. You got a couple leaders here. And in that game, I did a lot better, and I moved in and I took over the point. I ended up pushing a lot of his units away. I came in kind of in the middle here, which the tutorial says. They defensive fired a bunch of like 3 of my units routed and ran like all the way back, to the back lines. And I brought some more units around, and then I broke some of his units. I ended up bringing my artillery over here and was shooting down the line here, doing some pretty good damage. I brought some more units around the side. I broke some of them. He ended up routing units all the way back over into this area, way back up here. Then I pushed on the center point. And I didn't find it as chaotic or as crazy as the 7-Year War. So I don't, maybe another 100 years of war game. Maybe I can play that. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I do appreciate you guys stopping out and giving me your thoughts, your opinions, your suggestions, your comments have been totally awesome. Can't do it without your guys' support, and just love to see you guys here. So Steve says, I suspect some bugs and patches to follow. Yeah, could be. There's already been one patch released, and anyways, probably get off here, guys. So I do appreciate you guys stopping out. Thanks so much. And we will see you soon. Probably, just for my sanity, we'll probably be going back to a Panzer battle or Panzer campaign. We might try Antietam. I don't know. Maybe we'll do the tutorial Antietam live and in person. If you guys have any suggestions or thoughts or want to see anything, let me know. And we'll get together soon. Until then, have a great night. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Thanks for watching.